LeBron James addressing the jokes about the Lakers' age. Some of the memes have been extremely funny. And we make our own narrative. We got a bunch of guys that have been in this league quite a while that understand and know what it takes to win. That's the business that we're in, winning and doing it all the time. Which I agree with what he's saying, and I feel like they're kind of offended by what people were saying about them. If they want to change the narrative, that means that they don't want to listen to what everyone else is saying, which I don't think they will, and I think they have a very good chance of winning the championship this year. And I feel like, if you really think about it, there's not many older guys on the team that are going to play high, really, minutes. Carmelo Anthony might, just because he might be the starting power forward, or who knows, because Anthony Davis might play center. And LeBron, obviously, and that's it. That's really it. Dwight Howard's not going to play high minutes. Neither is anyone else on the team, except Russ Westbrook is still a bit younger than all of them. And Rondo, he's pretty much going to come off the bench. So I feel like it's not going to have that much of a factor that people are thinking. What do you guys think about this? Westbrook asked if he'd go to the Clippers. Hell no. Which I'm pretty sure the situation with Kawhi Leonard didn't end well. Russ Westbrook called Kawhi Leonard and asked him if he could team up with them, and he used the call to recruit Paul George out of OKC. So obviously he doesn't have a good situation with Kawhi Leonard, and obviously doesn't like the Clippers anymore because he was planning on going and teaming up with Kawhi Leonard, but he used it as ammunition to get Paul George out of OKC, which I could see why he would have this response, and I think the GM even asked him as well. I think this is the response he gave the GM, and I don't think it's an interview, because this was from weeks ago when he was holding up the number 0. What do you guys think about his response, and would you think that if Russ Westbrook and Kawhi Leonard were on the same team instead of Paul George, would they be better or no? I feel like it would be kind of the same. Vaccinated players will not be paid for games they miss in San Francisco and New York. Any player who elects not to comply with local vaccination mandates will not be paid for games that he misses. Mike Bass, the NBA Executive Vice President of Communications, said in a statement Wednesday morning. Which, in New York and San Francisco, there's some sports thing, indoor sports thing, where any player on the Brooklyn Nets and the Knicks, and as well the San Francisco Golden State Warriors, which they also have the same thing where they have to be vaccinated to play in the home games, which I think this is a good ruling to have, and it's going to make a lot of owners want to consider trading some of these unvaccinated players. Kyrie Irving and Andrew Wiggins would be too much of a thing. If they missed all their home games this season, that's going to be a huge hit for either of the team. Just in general, not to have those players on the team. And what do you guys think about this? A lot of people in the comments were very mad and saying how they're so mad about the NBA doing this. This was already passed before that, and I think this is a good decision to make just because it'll help the NBA.